No.
Jumping is admitting you're manly.
Oh, good man.
I'm manly, maybe.
What are you doing? Look at this stuff.
No, it actually helps a lot. Like jumping and angling it like up to the left is the
Yeah. I feel like usually I would just if you mess around with it a bit, you can get a thing. It basically spawns pretty close to the bottom right. You can kind of usually just do it without jumping that angle.
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut
What?
up!
That was weirdly robotic of a voice line even for them. Also, female bot level 1.
What did they mean by this? He's got headset I want. I hate Dan having it.
Become a bot and then you can get that headset.
You know, Shikobi, I've started doing this thing where because I want to make money because I'm evil, I edit out all the swear words in the first minutes of my videos. I think you're the like champion, like swear word spewer in this Discord. Bob is also Bob is pretty up there as well, but you're like the crown.
Just make a leaderboard.
Yeah. Jasper is surprisingly foul-mouthed at the start of maps as well. It's specifically engineered. Yeah, I don't know why. You don't swear that much, but at the start of map there's usually a... There's one that cracked me up where
shiver me timbers moment.
Where Bob says "fuck off, dickhead," and you just go "dickhead" right after him. That was very nice.
Ah, there's a bomber. Get it, get it, get it, kill it.
Oh, he's floating! Oh, she didn't make sound. That's okay.
Fire damage.
That can't be a good zone.
Where's that? No.
Oh yeah, definitely a bad sound.
Oh, I thought that would knock you off, dude.
Kill me. I was expecting it. Let's go.
Oh, gameplay's coming.
That's not gameplay.
God, I wish I'd taken
There's no bulbos.
Sainted Gunslinger. Why am I sprint canceling this like it's a fucking plasma gun? I have brain rot.
Oh, you sneaky little nuts. Oh, you saved that fucking bowler.
You seen that video that I think Bob posted it. It's like people pretending to be cops, like going to an old dude and asking him to blow into the alcohol meter thingy, and it says nonce.
Nonce.
And then he does it again. He's like, "Fuck off."
100% pedophile. I love that video.
Just some certified classics.
It's crazy how many people actually fall for it. They're so fucking drunk out their minds. They just blow into the fucking walkie-talkie. Detected 100% pedophile. Fuck off. I need to show you that video of the two fat guys belly bumping in the pub.
I've seen that one. I have seen that one.
Oh. That's just fucking everything.
I've seen one in a pub where, like, a really big dude, like, is fighting a smaller dude and another smaller dude who is naked, and he just shoves his thumb up the ass of one of them. And makes them smell it. Like, I would love to have be able to see what led to that confrontation.
What is the context of this? Yes.
What is the law behind this?
Okay, dude, I'm sorry I missed all chat messages of like the last like I don't know 10 minutes or so because sometimes it doesn't update. Someone asked something about Blazing Piety. I'm running it. Piety's too strong, but there's awful things with the CDR. But I'm mostly running it for the meme. Crit Vulture setup. Oh my god, get fucked that I'm running. Oh, you know I forgot this was hunting grounds.
Oh my god, it's gameplay. Oh, here I come.
To be honest, like, Magdom Vulture on Zealot isn't as bad as people think it is because it's like...
No, it's good. People think the Vulture is bad,
right? You have the ability to spot remove priority targets, so
yeah.
the draw time isn't as bad.
And the ammo economy improves exponentially because, you know, you don't have to shoot everything.
Well, you don't have to.
What's up, Supra?
And of course, you don't need a shattering bolter because you just fucking.
Oh,
I love getting my basic pieties triggering. It makes me think I'm playing Warrior Priest.
I generally wouldn't know when it's triggering because I have that effect
Yeah.
turned off.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Imagine.
Also, I love the fact when flamers can just shoot up straight 90 degrees and hit you from below.
Yeah, instantly too. I guess they did have vertical attacks in Dark Tide.
Okay, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I got thrown into the network, by the way.
At least you're not in that outside the map ledge spot that Jacoby landed at the other day.
Oh, yeah. That shit was so weird.
Oh, my reticle is going places, dude.
Goodbye, woman. None will remember you. You abandoned my planet, now you abandon me.
Yes.
Dead. The Rusty is dead.
A bomb to plant and burn! Pass me it! Threat no more! Snarling ceases! All corruption falls in the
Damn it, I can't see these guys. I wish someone had bioptic targeting right now.
Yeah, the other thing I do quite like about the Crusher that I don't know I've seen many people comment on, the empowered heavy has notably better ADM by like I think it's 10 to 20% or something. Might be 25 against specifically unyielding and carapace.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like it's not enough that it's worth doing in a combo usually. If you have the time
When
to
you open
prepare,
with it.
just something extra, exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like you don't want it to be a Thunderhammer, but being able to convert dead time on an activation weapon into something that's beneficial.
Yeah,
but not
delaying
required.
your initial strike or positioning so that you can afford to delay it is like it makes it
Exactly.
more interesting. Yeah.
That's one of the things that I feel like with some weapons, it's like they clearly are weapons that want you to go in and out, but there's nothing that you can do with that time. And it's like why I want staged heavies on the dueling swords.
No, like inherently, it's interesting. Like you don't like when I've had a crusher, like I'm not like activating strike. More often than not, I'm just like I'll just throw like a activate, push attack to the head, light heavy, and then maybe I'll activate again, or I'll just shoot into another heavy to knock him on his ass further, or you know, you never feel railroaded into spamming an activation, which I think is exactly where activation weapons should be. If you're gonna have just a button you press, you know. I think like the crusher is alright as it is. It doesn't need like a major rework, just like a change to how the
Yeah, no, it's
the
purely
effect works, but that's
and
it.
you know, I would probably also just I would want the visual effects to be different because I feel like, you know, particularly for example for the heavies, I'd want them to glow a little bit when you hit people so that it's
Yeah, it
not
needs
like
to be a little more
you're-
violent.
Well, but just so you're not thinking, oh, I'm either hitting you with a piece of metal, or it's like, you know, it shouldn't be turned on or off. It should be how much charge you put into it. You know what I mean? Braden, trappers have proper stagger interaction now. That was something that eventually got yelled at, and it finally happened. So trappers mostly behave.
Mostly.
To be honest,
Not when they're green.
Absolutely shouldn't be given any numerical buff for that kind. It's 'cause that's the thing is it's like it gets to be a control weapon with pretty like good generic baseline like control. You can't give it good dodges. It would be illegal. Illegal.
I think the Mobutu's fine for what it is, like, honestly.
Yeah, it got an extra dodge in the buff, which is something a lot of people I think don't realize that they're asking to go back to 2 dodge crusher. But that was I think enough. Like 2 dodges is too small. I don't think any weapon should have 2.
No, that's
Just because-
ridiculous. It feels so bad.
Yeah. And it also it's just like it's so much more punishing than 3, which sounds weird, but it is. There's
No,
a
it
lot of
really is.
situations where you want to do 3 dodges back to back.
It's like going from a 2-shot to a 1-shot is a huge breakpoint. Going from 2 to 3 dodges is also massive.
Man, I wish I could pick up that front shot. Why the fuck does it go to a static prop? we've fallen so far.
You know, it's funny how we were talking the other day about like the Cavalcade Bolter thing, and I just had one in my inventory
shit.
that I had made like years ago. Hell yeah, I'm in the mood now. Nah, 3's fine. You're a Zealot too. Don't forget that. 3 is like, if this weapon was on vet, maybe I'd want to kill myself, but honestly.
If dodges are your only defense, then 3 sucks. But
Please swap weapon.
well, but also the Crusher has, you always have the option of activate light.
Yeah. You have massive reach, you have Giga Stagger, and you're fucking Zealot. So you got your F, you just ignore stuns because you built correctly.
I think to be fair, there seems to be kind of a precedent for the
Firing
big
line.
two-handed blunt weapons, like the Bat and the Thunderhammer, being a little bit lower, and I'm fine with that. I think that's all right.
Yeah, Thunderhammer is just too low,
fire,
and
no.
it's attached to a Thunderhammer. Those weapons need a bit of a look at.
Potato power, I agree, and I would say that the push attack, the changes to the push attack were very important and good and done by true wisdom.
Man, I wish the bubble would.
You're saying the right stuff.
Is Darby Swift intended? If it isn't, I'm not gonna complain about it because otherwise it would be useless. Although, this would be really good, but like, does the description say range only or only melee? I genuinely don't remember.
It says only ranged.
Okay.
It says range, but like
Oh, then
almost
it would
every
be fine.
description of that kind early in the game was wrong. So it's following the same law as like unwavering focus that was actually melee as well. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh shit, gameplay.
I'm coming. I don't want to say bombing, but
I'm booming.
Why not
I
top?
think the Ironhelm. I'm thinking both Thunderhammers are okay for what they are right now.
Oh really?
Crucis
The
needs.
Ironhelm's usable.
Yeah,
Crucis
no for sure, but
stun
Crucis
is
has
way
no. Crucis has no place. Crucis has a backwards moveset that's both simple and a little bit dysfunctional. Like, why is my heavy sweep my big single target attack when I activate?
No, I 100% agree. The problem is basically that so long as the Crucis is basically able to delete bosses,
Yeah, no, that also needs to
Well,
change. Like, both
it's-
Thunderhammers, like, we do not need a nuke boss button. It's really stupid. They need to be just normal weapons, you know. Also, get rid of the fucking stun, like, that's ridiculous. Like, 0.6 seconds and a full second on both of them is just insane. Like, that is insane, that's in the game to me.
what I wanted for the Crucis, but I haven't, say I wanted this. Or if you press the activation of the Crucis while you were in the self-stun, you would reactivate the head, and it would do like a little AoE stagger.
That's cute. We could also just get rid of the stun. And
Yeah,
then
but
work
I think
from there.
Purely, I'm saying purely from the point of view, without like, because the thing is, if you just remove the stun, it looks like you're, it looks like a balance thing. Whereas this sounds like you're making it now. You know what I mean? Like it goes with the lore, and it's one of those things where it would be a nice change that would let people feel a little bit safer. And they do it with a bunch of stuff going around, and it's. I just like the idea of activations that you can use contextually while you're doing stuff, rather than in neutral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
okay. So I have a really huge idea, maybe, possibly. So Taylor has already said that you don't need deactivation for activation weapons. You can just swap and swap back.
Yeah, the deactivation has
Make-
never been useful to anyone in the history of Dark Dead. It's just like you
Yeah,
accidentally turn off your shit.
Make deactivation.
Oh, are you got chain weapons though?
For
That's
the,
yeah.
yeah, but make it for the activated hammers, like well, for the thunder hammers, or for the mauler, for the power maul, that shit. No, crusher, not mauler.
I regularly forget the power maul is a
Activate
weapon.
it, and then when you deactivate it, you just smash the weapon on the ground in a you shall not pass style, and it staggers enemies around.
Maybe.
Oh, I mean, I think.
Why does Reddit think the Bolter's weak? Jesus Christ.
I think the biggest thing with the Bolter is ammo.
Yeah, I mean it is like a bit ammo inefficient,
But also, it is just like, unlike a lot of other weapons, you do have to aim sometimes.
yeah, I mean I'm playing a degenerate version of it, but like even on Red, it's very strong.
No, Katie is full.
No, I agree. It's actually one of the few weapons where I would describe it as a sort of like, you know, when you were running like the old auto pistol nonsense where it was like you were able to do most of the damage required to finish a game. That's where like the marksman bolter variant is. It just does a lot of damage.
Come again?
Oh god, I fucking hate the headshot damage on the...
Vulture recoil's annoying. Yeah, like look at what happens when I crouch. Like, this weapon's ADS functionality is just... Well, it's not functionality. The ADS is just broken. Like, the recoil is bad, the reset is bad. It's got the
Yeah,
bumper
like the fact
bugs,
that feathering the ADS, and also people don't like running Deadshot, and Deadshot's really important for it on vet.
Oh!
I don't know why more people don't run Deadshot.
Well, I just mean generic. I mean, obviously, educated gentlemen who know about the church.
Also, please give bullet weapons punch through.
The grenades fall silent.
Well, by and large, they've been getting it. Like, for example, the Mark 1 IAG, something that I haven't seen people comment on, does actually have enough cleave to go through, like, a flamer. Or two shooters.
Nothing. Oh.
I can tell you the headhunter autogun stuff.
No, Headhunters, I've actually specifically been... when they got left, and what I was said for both of Rax and Agri 9 is they should have exactly the same cleave, which is double cleave, as Agri Borto. Because Agri Borto is like, this is how far a big, heavy, fast bullet goes. And it's like, okay, well, these should be pegged to that, right? That's roughly what they should get.
Reddit thinks the plasma's balanced. Yeah, I guess you see a lot of that mentality of the thing that is currently so game-breakingly overpowered, it like single-handedly flattens the game. That's like the standard we should balance things up to. Very healthy way to look at the game. I don't know. I like this thing. Fills me with mirth. That's
The thing is, though, I see, like, I haven't seen a single veteran in any game that I've played do much with a plasma gun.
Oh, you should have seen me play plasma gun while the reload bug was still in the game with weapons witness.
No, but what I mean is just that I don't... It feels like it's one of those things where it's like, most people aren't getting that as much out of the gun as they should be, so I mean...
Oh shit, that's
Oh,
a
I don't
Reaper
know.
on me.
When I see pubs with it, it's just like the game will end before I can reach it, so it's like I move.
Yeah, but you see, you're getting like, my pubs are unique. I'm breeding them in the vat to be extra brain
I'm
damage. I don't know. But,
Man, I wish suppression didn't make...
Well, that was a nice basic.
Oh, jeez.
I think the thing I'd say about the plasma gun is that it's very, very easy to use. And it's, and you know, like the big kill feeds that you sometimes see with it, that to me is like,
Oh
the
shit.
biggest thing about it is that it doesn't, it's just very easy to use and there's not much
Yeah.
to learn about it.
It's utterly brain dead, and I think that's like the opposite of what it should have become. Like they should have made it like super giga finesse. I really don't like what they've done with it.
I do think it should be a heavy weapon and not super finessey, but it should be interesting. Whatever it is, it shouldn't just be like a, you know...
Shouldn't be like whatever this is.
What it is.
Yeah, like it should be interesting to use, and it's just like the heat
These
doesn't
are
really
these.
do anything interesting. So it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those things where it has a bunch of mechanics, so the mechanics don't accomplish very much.
Trial no longer.
Hey, don't, just so sexy, don't die.
Oh! Slid it under the dog and the bot ate it.
Oh, fire. I mean, let's do.
Also,
Give me.
Flamers having no wind-up on their kick needs to go.
No, I
Shrek.
once saw a streamer get kicked to death by a flamer because he was looking too high to see the dive leg movement. Flamer doesn't even tilt his torso when he does it either, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen because he was just looking around and he didn't see, and he just died from like.
Why are you
really far
watching
out.
other streamers?
Because I'd just been playing in a game with him.
Watching other streamers. We're gonna need to
It
have
was
a
one of those
talk
ones where
about
you see the Twitch TV name, and it's actually a Twitch TV name, and you
Oh.
go and find them. And I always check. So I'm always just like, how many fake ones are there in this game?
You think people do that? Like they just have TTV in their name and they don't stream? That's what
Exactly,
people do.
but sometimes like you find someone who's streaming to a small number of people, or like
Oh,
one
the
person,
just
and you get to say hello, and it's like, yeah, it's nice. You get to have like this interaction.
I feel like people pretending to have a TTV name be like inviting bully.
Oh,
I don't know, but when I saw
like-
people with
like-
TTV in their name, like in Mordhau or something, I would just fucking bully the shit out of them. Just actual,
Oh,
and I was never the only one.
The funny thing I did back when I was still playing the banana when I still wasn't bad, and I was playing killer and saw some survivor join the lobby with a Twitch TV name, I would go on the stream and just ghost them.
That's fucked
Well.
up. I will report you for terms of service violation.
I love all the meltdowns.
I shouldn't say that because now someone is gonna attempt to stream snipe. Be like, can I play with you? Do you play with yours? And he's gonna barrel me at the last
I'm
moment.
banned in Dead by Daylight. What are they gonna do? Ban me again?
Again, fair enough.
Double
Like,
ban.
already pumped, and there's nothing worse beyond that. What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
and the funny thing is,
make
I
plasma
was
less
being banned from
spammy.
that. Like, I was doing shit that was bannable, but I was banned for other shit.
Ooh, my F did not come out when I pressed it down. Make plasma less spammable, make it more renowned on headshots. I don't know, do things. Stuff needs to happen, man. It should be an interesting weapon. I think that's like the gravest fault of it.
Is a reward not a punishment?
Bye.
Yes and no. It's a reward because behavior is insert slur here. Company. That should go bankrupt. Like the policies
Jesus.
they enforce and all that shit, and they're not a good company. They're corrupt. They're like there's no consistency with them. They do whatever they like, and they
Corrupt.
take moral high ground on things and punish you for shit that is just absurd. So it's a reward getting banned by them because you're rid of them and you don't have to get the game anymore. But it's punishment because you will have a little disgrace on your team profile that says you're banned.
Well, I mean, someone's
corrupt.
Headshots are really easy to get with the plasma. Well, it's because plasma has bullet magazines for no reason. It has massive trajectory assistance. The heavy should probably have a bit because it's like a bit of a girthy projectile. But you know, I think it has a bit. It doesn't need. You know, it's already pinpoint. It doesn't need
It's a little
more.
scuffed.
Oh, chunks everywhere.
Fall.
Don't snipe me.
No! He got back up.
Wake up.
God, getting those push attack headshots on crushers, man. I love this weapon. Broadside rail cannon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the plasma gun not requiring a super amount of finesses because, you know, it is a heavy weapon. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
just
a
kinda
rail
gets
gun.
up.
Come on. Make it cool.
Quake railgun.
Where'll the dog show up from here?
They're gonna show up from, yeah, they're behind. I can see them. Because the Spidey sense.
Petrogrot, can I join next game? Hell
You
yeah.
want-
No, it's I was in chat.
Oh yeah, super. Why not? It might make the game a little too easy, but you'd seem like funny and you smash your bike a lot, and that makes me laugh.
Yeah, but Supra's the person who said that I was a fake gamer. Don't let him.
You are a fake gamer. Go home, gamer girl.
They're coming up with this little hole.
Oh, I was right.
ATF agent.
I love this modifier. Gameplay, gaming! Video games are occurring!
Also, where the fuck did my grenade go?
Oh, I almost dodged right into that one.
You missed
Yeah, I
that
think
one.
it was aimed at me. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're jumping to hit things, dude? What are we, Barden? Oh!
Minimum height fighters jumping to line up Void Strike.
I'm playing minimum hate veteran. I suffer from the same problem. But not in Void Strike, obviously.
Slayer gameplay.
Just don't be a
patch.
baby. Max your height.
No.
Jumping is admitting you're manly.
Oh, good man.
I'm manly, maybe.
What are you doing? Look at this stuff.
No, it actually helps a lot. Like, jumping and angling it, like, up to the left is the
Yeah.
move.
I feel like usually I would just if you mess around with it a bit, you can get a thing. It basically spawns pretty close to the bottom right. You can kind of usually just do it without jumping that angle.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's. Oh no.
But what I would say is that something that definitely was intentional is that it's much easier to hit if you're on their left. Well, sorry, if you're on their left side. Well, their right side.
Your left.
That did not hit me through there. What the fuck?
I think it did.
But I kind of like that because it's almost, you know, because it's like because it's in line with your arms.
Makes
Like you're
sense.
doing it from one
Yeah.
side. Yeah. And that kind of thing I like because it's not that it's impossible to do from the other side. It's just
Harder. It's especially hard to get from behind.
Get your own armor crate.
Okay.
Everywhere, people keep muttering about the cicatrix maledictum.
Oh, an actual horde,
Speaking.
I think. Yes, music is a horde.
Is there another dog wave left?
I think so.
Got you exactly where I want you, Darius.
I believe I would have to just kill it.
Hey, this weapon sucks, man. I don't know. I think it needs a buff. Oh, you dickhead. I will get him. Oh! Eventually, the knives will cleave, man.
I need the vantage point, I'm too small.
Nah, this thing with 4 dodges, that's ridiculous. You've got the big beefy staggers. You don't need 4 dodges.
Meanwhile, Master still has 100.
Still?
I think
Yeah, still.
Oh my comrade.
I think the way I put it with the Crusher is the fact that you feel pressured in that way is good because you're controlling enemies a lot with what your attacks are.
Yeah.
If you didn't, because it is one of the safest weapons for solo play in the game, and if it's already like that, it's just like it would be really nice feeling to have 4 dodges. I 100% agree. Having low dodges sucks, and that's partly because I feel like the way the dodge fall off and in general, like that interaction isn't fun. But it feels very nice.
I'll be honest, I would rather have the weapon be a bit weaker and not be shit to use.
It feels fantastic to use.
Oh no, Wolfhaven, I agree. Like blessings are its major problem, or at least one of its major problems. But like that's partly why it was buffed in the way it was, which is that its damage is not as high as it would be if it had 2 blessings. And I think what's going to happen if there is a substantial change in the blessings it has, I imagine it would need to be nerfed, or some of that power possibly moved onto blessings because.
But please make them
Oh,
unique.
here we go, ducks.
I have some cool
I
ideas about it.
I have no idea. I just mean that in general. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
If this was a weapon that could get
Imagine
damage.
if this thing had like actually like good blessings. I mean, Skull Crusher is good, but imagine.
Yeah, well, because the other thing about Skull
Go
Crusher,
on,
right?
train.
Yeah. No. Like the thing about Skull Crusher is that it only ever helps the second hit. But yeah.
That works a lot for the Crusher.
Well, yeah, but I mean in the sense that a lot of damage blessings.
Oh my god.
What they do is they give you alpha strike value, right? And so if you have a Crusher, which, especially because for a bunch of the stuff the Crusher has, like the push attack and a few other things, if you had an alpha strike blessing that could get you to one-shots on a bunch of stuff, that is a substantial change in.
Dude, that would lead
like,
to some truly degenerate, like, spamming the
Yeah.
push attack.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of all I mean. It's like Skull Crusher is a lot of damage, but it doesn't.
Sniper in the vagina.
It's balanced and it fits
It's
with the
speed
weapon.
limited.
I like it.
Yeah, it's speed limited. And I think that there is quite a nice spot of Stagger in the sense of how much Stagger the moveset has. And I think if people weren't running Hammer Blow or Trauma, whichever one they run, the weapon does become less effective and less fun to use. It's one of the few weapons where the Stagger actually matters. Roger Stagger weapons.
Yeah, it's a big miss.
And that's one of the things I'm hopeful, or at least I'm both hopeful and worried for, where if it does get more blessings, it's just that balance will be thrown off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will just go...
It seems
yeah,
extremely
autopilot.
functional with like Hammer Blow Skull Crusher. And Hammer Blow has this nice thing where you're facing like Ragers and you've got options to like stagger them like first strike. Like you either headshot push attack or you do like an activated whatever. But then you have enough like Hammer Blow to just be able to do that. Like to just stagger them like by comboing your shit.
Oh,
That's
you
it. And it's nice to play around with that.
Yeah,
Gives you one more
exactly.
thing
And you
to
can-
play with and think about.
Yeah, it's like, and you can get around not having any stacks by hitting weak spots with some
Exactly,
specific.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there are like, and that's
Yeah, I
nice.
like
But
that.
but you know, I had the luxury of tuning the stagger for it, knowing what blessings people were going to be running, because it.
Oh, fuck off, really?
Because you know that's not usually the case, and so you know.
Oh my god. Stop this instant rebuild shit.
I mean, to be honest, there's a good argument for the Crusher that it shouldn't really have stagger blessings, but you know, it should have the amount.
Just
of
not a
stagger that it
fan of
has.
stagger blessings in principle.
Why are there like 50 bajillion?
Vicious
Stagger.
slice? Vicious slice, bros?
Loads of...
Well, but it's also that for most weapons, there's no like gameplay hooks for stagger, right? You don't get anything for stagger.
Come on, you can throw a
can't do
crusher on his
anything.
ass with a devil claw, dude. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But comedy only gets you so far, right? And I think that's the thing is that stagger as a system, there's tons of cool stuff you can do if you had a lot more contextual stuff. And you know, as an example, a lot of melee weapons would be improved enormously by having a blessing that was something like you have X% rending versus staggered targets. And to take an example of you know, the kind of thing, all those weapons that have like, you know, the stagger specials. If you can, you know, stagger special into a thrusted heavy, and you get a really substantial rending boost, that, for example, could give attack axe a really serious punch versus the crush line. The point is just that you can...
And then
can
your
make
heavy
kind of-
becomes a stage heavy that has natural rending on its second stage, and so now you're incentivized to do the stagger and then delay the attack and aim for the head, and it's fun, and you're engaging with your weapon.
Vagina.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the thing, is I think that the reason stagger is useless is just that there's
I
nothing
will
to
kill
plug
this
into
sniper.
it.
There's no funny stagger interaction beyond I will stagger this.
Yes, and the other flip side of this is that all weapons do... The primary reason that you want stagger is safety, and most weapons, if they actually cleave enough, are very safe against most things, with a very small number of exceptions. Like a zero impact blessing Devil Claw being swung into a horde of Poxwalkers is completely safe. And it's very much like stagger cleave is part of the issue here. Like,
Yeah, you don't even need
you don't
vicious slice
even
to
care
keep
about
yourself
stagger
safe.
for safety purpose. Yeah, exactly.
I
So,
think
you know,
an incentive for
I
stagger.
think it's doable.
An incentive for stagger should just be like, you should have a separate action where if some enemies on the ground, you just crush their skull, like splatter them.
You have a really long execution cutscene like in Doom.
No, not.
Like a 5-second long kill move.
Oh god, till it's relapsing again.
But that but let me give you an example of a blessing that you could put on a gun that would do something interesting here. So imagine that on the revolver you had a blessing that was, it does 100% weak spot power against targets that are knocked down.
That's pretty
So you
cool.
knock them over with a crusher, quick swap headshot them on the floor, and you instantly kill
Yeah,
them.
they execute them. It's a neat idea.
Like, stuff like that. I mean, that's a really goofy one, but there's lots of stuff like that where, you know, you can sort of play around with it. You just need to sort of have the things
And
there,
it's
there isn't
hybrid.
that stuff in here. And also, the other problem is there's stagger coming from stupid places. Why does Zealot get 150% stagger power for infantry?
We did it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why shouldn't he?
Why?
Oh, but that's the thing, right? Is stagger is like crit, where it's both something they think is important to the feel of weapons, and then they undervalue it and give it away for free. Yeah, anyway.
And just something you
Basically,
get
it's
instead of
something-
having to
it's
think
like-
about and get on conditions. Yeah. It's
And there are
weird.
lots of things where it's like, there are lots of weapons where I think if you had, for example, a lot of the sweep push attacks, if they did double stagger, if you hit enemies in the legs, that's the kind of change where most people would look at it and be like, that's completely useless. But then after a little bit, people were like, actually that means under specific conditions you can sweep the legs of a rager and it will cancel his combo. There's stuff like that.
My beloved thinks the streamer is an asshole that knows nothing about anything.